out to Hoops Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoops Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoops Jargon. Shout out to
Hoops Jargon.
What up, man? Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. Shout out to Early Birds in the building. Shout out to my guy Rob in the building. We in this thing. Man, I'm trying out some nice little lo-fi music in the background. Let me know if it's clashing with my talking vocal. Let's talk about the trade, man. I went live 2 days ago. Went live for Radio Row out here in Southern California. And I told y'all that trade has to happen. It has to happen. It makes sense on both sides. There's no downfall whatsoever. Now, some of the pieces that I discussed changed. I think I mentioned Danny Green coming to the Brooklyn Nets. Excuse me. Instead of that, Andre Drummond and Seth Curry, as well as 2 first-round draft picks, is what Philly gave up for James Harden. And I'm just like, nah. So, and this has been a great situation because I literally was at the event today arguing with a sports agent, and she was telling me how she was saying that the Sixers won. Now, she's a Philly fan, so clearly she buys. Okay, you say turn it down a bit. All right. Yeah, I'm experimentationizing a bit. How about now? What's that sound like now? Let me know. The right bandwidth, and we'll ride with that. Hey, Will, I texted you, man. If you want to hop on here and discuss with me, we can do that. But, I'll say, turn the movie. Okay. Yeah. So, I was discussing with her, and we talked about, again, her being biased towards the Philly situation. She was saying, James Harden gonna come and help relieve Joel Embiid, and it's gonna be a great dynamic duo and all that. And in theory, fair enough. In theory, that I will go with that. Problem is, let's see, turn down to about 50%. All right. Let me see. Let me try 50%. 50%. Yeah, this is a new feature they threw in here, man. Not damn sure I'm doing on my own. So the Bills be fly. Hey, let me know, Rob, how we look. Game Sports Peace family. Yeah. Already. Yeah, so I would entertain the idea that Joel Embiid and James Harden could potentially be a dynamic duo. Now, with this small of a window of preparation, I don't love that. So you basically have, a quarter of a season, more or less, to go before everything's over. Man, shout out to my boy Ghost in the building. All right, so Black Light said it'll be good. All right, bet that. So, I'll entertain it. But let's back up. So, you could potentially have a good 1-2 punch with Philadelphia. You throw in Tobias Harris, Maxey, and I forget who they probably. Well, I guess James Harden will be their de facto point guard. Fair enough. Fine. That's a fine lineup. Now, you got to ask yourself, is that lineup tough enough to beat Miami in 7 games? Maybe. Is that team tough enough to beat the Bucks in 7 games? And this is where we parted rows with me and the agent, who has pro clients, obviously. And she was like, "Yeah," I'm just like, "Ain't a way in hell I see that team beating them in 7 games. No way in hell." And then we go further. Can that team beat the Nets in 7 games? And that's a better question because there's a lot of unknown with the Nets situation. Obviously, with Kyrie Irving having this COVID situation. Now, they say that in March they may overturn that mandate because it's like one of a few states that still do that. So if Kyrie can play all games, that's a tougher question. Now, KD will come back from injury, but how he looks when he comes back, that's a different question. Now, as is, right now, I think the Philadelphia 76ers are the better team with KD out the equation. Now, when KD's back, if Kyrie can play all the games, I think, now let me say this. Steve Nash, I don't have the greatest amount of confidence in his ability to coach. I mean, he's not shown me anything yet. He showed me he just rolled the ball out like a 7th grade gym coach and let the dudes get after it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust Steve Nash yet. And now, if we're being honest, the biggest deficiency Brooklyn has had was defensively. And you don't see Steve Nash ever have any interest on that side of the floor, right? So can he overcome the hump? Can he be a person who can fix that for them? Perhaps. I think personnel is going to fix it. I'm going to get into why I think the Nets won this trade. And I looked at most sports pundits today. Most people agree with Hoop Jargon. I said this again 2 days ago. Most people agree with what I said. Let's see. Simmons link. Okay, oh my bad. Let me drop that link in there real quick. It's going to kind of get used to this music right here. Yeah, go see. He always posted this stuff and he take them off. Said we might shine Schroeder back. Man, he's better than Westbrook. I mean, hey, I'll take a refrigerator over Russell Westbrook. I'm on record saying this. I'm on record saying this. She knows this stream is not about Russell Westbrook. Don't lead me down that rabbit hole. I'll go there and I'll stay there. 20 Gang Sports hopping on the stream. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? We in the building, man. What up? Friday.
Man, yeah. You got to get on this topic. I'm turning this music down, but now I hear it more profoundly. All right, man. So what you got? What's your commentary on the? And share the stream if you can on your channel. Get some more bodies in here. I know she's kind of impromptu, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go inside and get on my laptop. I'm outside. Enjoying the weather in this Texas, man. I really like Harden. I do like him, but he has shown me time and time again that once the pressure comes, he's just not there for it. And I'm gonna say, hell no, they can't beat the Bucks in 7. I don't think they can beat them in 6.
Yeah,
I think the Bucks will win that in 6. Just off the rip of Greek Freak being who he is. He has finally figured out that basically can't nobody mess with him in this league.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just 20 years old, and he's getting better. So I don't see anybody that can stop him. Embiid can't guard him. Thibault can't guard him. Tobias Harris shows hell can't guard him. And just that championship pedigree that they had from last year, they just have it in them right now. And then Drew Holiday is always the X factor for me. When Drew Holiday plays well, the Bucks are damn near unbeatable. And you know, Chris showed what he had last year, and so he's a steady player. And throw that word out there from high school, he's steady. So the Bucks just have a little bit more now. If James Harden has an incredible series where he's just unguardable, which he can be, but he hasn't shown that in the playoffs consistently. Even though the numbers, he still gets his numbers, but that's just by pure volume and pure playing time and getting his shots up. But I don't see them being able to beat the Bucks in 6, 7. I'm going with the Bucks in 6 on that, man. That's just where I'm at. And Embiid he's been great this year. He really has.
Yeah, that's MVP caliber.
Yeah, he's had his downfalls in the playoffs as well because he wants to float. Him and Anthony Davis got this tendency to just float around the 3-point line.
Yeah.
And use your skill set that you're pretty much unguardable from 18 feet in and get the job done. That's just bottom line for me, man. So until that happens, more than likely I'm going with the Bucks. I don't think the Sixers can beat the Heat right now.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's a real question to ask. From the toughness that Miami has, I don't know. And shout out to Bronze. Oh, shout out to my guy Christian G said, "What's up, homie?" Bronze of God says, "New time." Well, first time I seen you on the channel, brother. So if you like the content, appreciate you being on here. He says, "I haven't seen Harden have a dominant playoff series yet. I can't say yet. I will say I haven't seen one in a long time. Not a meaningful one. We ain't talking about no damn first round mopping of somebody. Like a meaningful series, I might have to agree with you.
When you become to a certain status, especially the status of an MVP, which I think Harden should have 2 MVPs. I think they gave Steph that second one. Harden should have probably got that one. But when you get to that status, you're no longer judged off of first and second round.
Absolutely.
It's conference finals and NBA finals. That's it. I don't want to hear anything else about what you did in the first and second round, because especially in what is this year 12, 13 for Harden, something like that. It's time, man. So it's put up or shut up. You got your way again. You didn't got your way again. Houston gave you everything you could ask for, didn't get it done. Like you went to Brooklyn, you thought you was gonna be A1 there, and of course the Kyrie situation is different, and you know your affinity for living that nightlife is not the same. It's not the same for anybody because of fucking COVID. Like so, but your job is to play basketball. So here you go again. You got your way. Now you're in Philly. So what are you going to do? This is it for you, man. You have no more excuses. You have a dominant big man, a legit MVP candidate. And of course, KD going down, that hurt the flow of Brooklyn, man. But you have a dominant big man who, when he wants to be, he can't be stopped. So it's put up or shut up. I'm done with the Harden excuses. And Kendrick Perkins had the nerve to say this is the next Kobe Shaq. I don't know what he's smoking.
Shaq, SHACK, COBI.
I don't know what he's smoking, but that's some good stuff that he got going on, man.
That's hilarious. Yeah, well, you know what? Welcome to the party, because I've been on a no Harden excuse train for the better part of about 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been premature to this because when you start comparing them to greats, I'm like, I'm gonna hold you to great standards. Like, and not from a loose comparison, like from a realistic. Okay, I got a body of work. Now the pundits start throwing these comparisons out. I'm like, oh, okay. When they start throwing that shit out in their series. So, for example, about 4 or 5 years ago, they start comparing D Wade and Kobe. So I'm like, okay, if we in D Wade and Kobe land, I'm gonna grade you on D Wade and Kobe standards. And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. You can't allow your team to go 7 for 44 in an elimination game.
At home.
I think he shot 1 for 13 personally and just couldn't get together against the Warriors. It kept jacking more bad threes. I'm sorry. That's low IQ basketball.
I'm very, very low IQ, man.
low IQ. And then the next year, when they had the opportunity to close out, kept complaining about the referees. And they had that game with Steph Curry. I think he had no points at halftime, and he went for 30. And they ended up closing them out in Houston. That was on James Harden watch. No. Unacceptable. Unfreaking acceptable. And we all know the footage about him being lost on defense, like he's like a dude on JV. No, damn that. Like a freshman B team playing varsity. All that's on your lecture, dog. So if we gonna get to big boy discussion, we gonna bring all this shit up. We gonna bring up the Dallas series. When Coach sat you down, was it McHale at the time? When Josh Smith and Dwight Howard had the high-low big on big game going, and you were better served on the bench. The playoffs is with no Rajon Rondo, with an old Dirk. Nah, hell no. No, sir. I can't let it ride, dog. Let me get these comments. I'll let you cook. Sharon City say Brooklyn will beat the Bucks this year. I mean, I got my money on Brooklyn if everything falls correctly. And I was just about to get into why I think Brooklyn want to trade, but I'm going to let 20 Game Sports go, and I'm going to cook. HL Kid, what up? HJ, what's good? Appreciate you, my guy. But the Nets won this deal. I can see Harden taking field to the chip, though. Yeah, I mean, both teams won. I'm with you, dog. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Harden just caught fire. I mean, at the end of the day, no, I can't even say that. I can't say it's the East. This is an unprecedented year in the East. East is like 5 deep of legit teams. Normally it's 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring. We got another legend in the building. Oh shit, let me add him. Hold on. Have my guy Flight Sports TV in the building. What's up, Flight?
What's good?
Flight, what's good, man?
What's good? I can't call it. What's the deal?
Yeah, man. So what you think about the trade, man? Get you to chime in on the subject
Man,
matter.
man, this crazy. I'm an old school guy, man. I don't know what's going on. It seems like we're in the new NBA, man. I never heard of whether you trade within conference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's no more rules to this no more. I don't know what's going on, but damn. But if I guess we got to analyze this thing. But
That's facts.
listen. I like what's going on with Philly too, and I like what's going on with Brooklyn. It's kind of like I don't know, but it's evened out now. I think. Like I don't think it's so much of a juggernaut with Brooklyn anymore as it was with Harden. But I think they're gonna be a different team, but they're still gonna be dominant. Ben Simmons is gonna be a different dynamic. Um, I think we're gonna have to wait to see who really won this trade, because we really don't know what Ben Simmons looked like. For all we know, this dude gonna be shooting threes and everything. We don't know.
Hell no.
We don't know. But
Well,
I'm not saying that's gonna happen. But I'm
yeah,
just
I
saying
feel that.
he might be dominant. What if he come back averaging 20 plus?
Yeah, but Ben Simmons
He's
is a
capable.
phenomenal player. Like without
Scoring.
having the ability to shoot the three ball,
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is a legit all star. He's not a superstar. He's a legit all star. So there's no gripe from my end. I just wanted him to buckle up his shoes and say, hey man, it's okay that people can critique my game and tell me I need to shoot the ball. That's just all it weirdly was. And he got in his feelings and he held on to that like a spoiled child.
Mhm.
But other than that, he can absolutely play the game of basketball. So Brooklyn is going to be good, especially if Kyrie comes back, because he's just one of those. Kyrie is he's a gamer, man. He's like one of those dudes that can roll out of bed and give you 25.
Yeah.
So it's and then you have the ultimate X factor, which in KD. But my problem is with Brooklyn, like I said last year, Joe Harris and those guys have to be able to make open shots, which they didn't do in the Bucks series. So I don't know, but I don't think Philly or the Nets can beat the Bucks, man.
Yeah. Bucks are tough.
And they just got bigger. They
Yeah.
even I'm not a Serge Ibaka fan, but he's a decent. Yeah, Bobby
For
Portis,
them.
And he can stretch. And he can stretch the floor.
he can knock down the three. Like they have tough guys. So it's gonna be interesting. Man. Like you said, March is gonna be interesting. March is gonna be really interesting.
I got a question for you guys. What do
What
the
you got,
Bulls
Flight?
stack up in this and all of this? Because they didn't make any moves, but they're looked at as one of the better teams in the East. What do they stack up in this Eastern Conference?
I don't think the Bulls had to do nothing. I think the Bulls just need to get Lonzo back healthy and keep doing what they're doing. I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have good cohesion.
Mm-hmm.
They know who they are. So they don't have people out there doing something out of character, something stupid of that nature. It's just the Bulls just have to get that playoff experience and taste it with that group. So
yeah,
and it's gonna be interesting who they draw in the first round. I don't know what position they're in right now. What, second?
I think they're 5 now. Let they drop down to 5.
Man, they didn't drop to 5 that long?
I think so.
Oh,
5 or
Cleveland.
6. Yeah,
Cleveland.
but they're like a game or so in flux. Like in my opinion, they'll be back up there.
But that Miami Heat team is gonna be tough too. Like
That's
so,
a tough out. Mm-hmm.
very tough out, dude. And people had a problem with Eric Spoelstra being, nominated in that top 15, but Eric Spoelstra can coach his butt off. I don't care what anybody says.
If you ever need to ask yourself, look at the year before LeBron showed up with that ragtag team he had in the playoffs, and look at the year after LeBron when he had when Bosh went down and he had to. I think who they had on that, Luau Ding and stuff. Eric Spoelstra can coach basketball, man. Y'all need to understand that. You need to understand that right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Blunt Dog in the building. Shout out to my guy Logan, who Jargon member on Facebook in the building. King Son speaks in the building. And again, Blunt Dog say peace, man. Peace back to you, brother. So, okay. So, I mean, Fly, I know you a Knicks fan, man.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody's available.
Yeah, man. So how does this make you feel with the Nets just being able to do basically what y'all have been able to do? Is just move pieces around, do all this, and y'all kind of just got to hold what you got. How does that feel?
Well, I mean, damn. I mean, listen. I mean, it's all right. The Knicks, man, is crazy. I don't know where it's gonna end up. You know, this youth movement that they playing with right now. I like R.J. Barrett. You know, I think Julius Randle is gonna get moved. You know, the Knicks right now, believe it or not, they're running. They got good management right now. They're not making those stupid decisions. They're not flying around first round picks, even though they gave up one for Cam Reddish. I don't know. They better do something with him. You know, but I don't like what I'm seeing from him now. But I'm gonna give him a holdout because he don't really know what's going on. I think
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be better coming up next season. But to be honest with you, in New York, nobody really gives a hell about the Brooklyn Nets. You know, if they win the championship, who cares? You know, I mean, seriously, is one thing I give credit for LeBron. We killed LeBron, but he didn't go to the Clippers. Believe it or not, the Clippers had cap space. He could have went there,
Yeah.
you know, at that time if he wanted to. You know, I like what he did. You know, he went to the Lakers. You go to the premier franchise in the city. You know, they went over to Brooklyn because there's no credit. If they was pulling this shit in New York, they wouldn't even be able to walk the streets. You understand? So with the Knicks, you know, is a different type of level of intensity. You know, between the Nets, they could just play games. You know, and they cool. You know, they knew what it was.
Yeah.
No, I feel it because living out here, man, I've been to Clippers games, I've been to Lakers games, and they ain't the same, dog. It ain't the same. It ain't the
Right.
same.
What the Clippers and the Lakers?
Oh yeah, man, it ain't the same.
Yeah,
Like
that's the
yeah,
beef. That's the beef franchise.
it ain't even close. It
That's
ain't even close.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like they hide the banners, you know, during the Clippers games, which I understand that. That's cool. But they don't dim the lights like they do for the Lakers game. Lakers game, they dim the backlights. So it's like a stage. And it's just, you know, you got the defense thing with the organ.
Yeah,
Defense. Like it's just
it's a different type of
fans are more
presentation.
engaged. Like it ain't close. I've been to
Mhm.
2 Clippers games, like 4 Lakers games. It ain't close.
Yeah.
It ain't
Clippers is
close.
a losing franchise.
Yeah, they running the Clippers like they're a small market team.
Yeah.
So Flight, what is Tom Thibodeau the guy for you guys?
Listen, I like Tom Thibodeau. He's the coach of the year, reigning coach of the year. You know, the next week we have some roadblocks, but we're gonna get back to where we need to get to. You know, I got faith in Tibbs, man, but he will be on the hot seat next season if things go south early.
Mm. Mm.
But the coach of the year, he's safe, so don't look. He's not getting fired. You know, so next year he'll be on the hot seat.
Mhm.
But where do y'all go though? I think because y'all getting younger, which I'm never opposed to. You got to build something, and you got to have a culture established. You know,
Shout out
Tibbs like to go ahead.
to
What you
H-Town
got?
kid. Say, shout out to Quentin Grimes, H-Town kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Quentin,
Q
yeah,
Grimes,
Quentin
absolutely.
Grimes is good. What'd you say? Who jogging my phone?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I like what y'all doing, trying to get young. And I know Tibbs gonna run people into the
Yeah,
ground. So if you're gonna run somebody in the ground, it might as well be young dudes. Um, I just wonder how y'all get over that hump because this is a rare time, like I led in with, the East is actually strong. Like usually the East is like LeBron, one team kind of that can go against LeBron, and then 5 other teams ain't got no goddamn business in discussion. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think we've all lived about 10 years of that reality. You know what I'm saying? Now, legit, the East about 6 deep. 6 deep. With the Hornets, once they get their shit together, they're going to be in the mix too.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, again, my question is, like, what can y'all acquire to kind of get in that serious discussion dealing with these teams, like we were kind of laying out, you know, as far as the Eastern Conference?
Well, to be honest with you, it all depends. Let's see what happens with Damian Lillard. You know, I think the Knicks got to do something. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know why they gave up a first round pick for Cam Reddish. You know, I don't know. Maybe they could use him in a trade because they was flirting around him like they was gonna move him. You know, after they just acquired him. You know, so everybody's up for grabs right now in New York, probably except for R.J. Barrett. But you know, to be honest with you, I would say Damian Lillard. You know, at this point, just throw in the towel. Let's see what happens with Portland. Just give up the house. You know, I don't know who else. Carl Anthony Towns. He seems like he's gonna be staying put. I think Dame is the only superstar that could be available.
Yeah, I would have put all my cards in for Dame Lillard because I mean, worst case, at least
We
y'all
need
tried something.
we need
Like,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
like y'all just don't get that draw like y'all used to. Like you don't get those free agents, giving the Knicks a look like you used to. And clearly, Portland's having a fire sale, so that's the best time to buy when it's a fire sale. You hop
Yep.
on in there and get your discount and hit them when the chips are low. And I think that's what benefited Brooklyn actually getting rid of Harden when his stock was a little low, but his reputation was high. I think that was a very shrewd move by Sean Marks. Getting
Right.
2 draft picks
Mm-hmm.
and filling up those holes, getting Drummond, getting Seth Curry, and goddamn Ben Simmons. And that shit was shrewd, man. And 2 first rounders. That was very shrewd, man.
But give credit
Yeah.
to they both are good dudes. My man Daryl Morey too. Give credit to him too because he held out to get what he wanted.
He
A
did
lot of
hold
people
out.
a lot of people in that seat would have just unloaded him for nothing.
I agree with that.
Pause. You're just crazy.
I think Daryl Morey stinks, but to your point, that point was he did a great job holding on to that, holding those cards to his
Yes,
chest.
he made sure to get it.
Yeah,
He
I'm with you on that.
He wanted Harden.
Yeah, he stinks, and I'll tell you why I think he stinks. He was just saying a year ago, said the 3-point shot should be worth 2.5 because he had Ben Simmons. I bet your bottom dollar he gonna walk that right back with his old.
Yeah, he gonna change that.
Ass. I can't stand Daryl Morey, man. But I will say Daryl Morey, I do respect the fact that when he was the Rockets GM, he did make plays that guys the Rockets generally had no chance at. He went at Chris Bosh. He got Carmelo Anthony the second year. He tried to go after him the first year. It didn't work. He went after like LaMarcus Aldridge. He went after like all the guys that he got no business going after. And I do give him respect for that. I got to say that.
Yeah, they trust them. They trust each other. And that's something to be said. That's why they're willing to get. They had to reunite. He knows that they both got each other's best interests at heart, and then Morey gonna treat him like the president, even though at the end of the day that's still Embiid's team. But
Yes,
I think in Brooklyn he was just one of the guys.
Yeah.
He wasn't going over Kyrie. I don't give a damn what the hell was going on with the situation. Kyrie is Kyrie. I seemed like he tried to wage war on Kyrie, and that was it.
Kyrie's
leave his
tough,
ass
man.
alone. Believe it or not, that's his team.
Yeah.
They all came there for him.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
He went there first. He did.
Kyrie's tough. I will say this about the Damian Lillard thing. Don't mind people trying. I don't mind the Knicks, whoever goes after Damian Lillard. But Cliff, you know how I feel about those 6'3" guards.
Yeah.
You're not winning nothing with them. Mm-hmm. It's again, Steph Curry is the anomaly to that because of his team and the structure of that Golden State Warriors system. So that
but he plays off ball though, like none of the other 6'3s do.
Yeah. So, and then for me with James Harden, if James Harden is healthy, he's one of the most unstoppable dudes there is because again, it's still freaking hard to guard left-handed dudes. It is what it is.
I agree with that.
It's freaking hard to guard left-handed. So when he's on. But again, he's had superstars, Dwight Howard, even though Dwight Howard's back wasn't healthy. He's had Chris Paul. He's had all these situations favorable.
Kevin Durant twice.
So and you have not gotten it done. So for me, this is it for James Harden. There's no more. They have to win it this year, which I don't think they are.
Well, Embiid is playing at an MVP level.
Yeah, he is.
I think isn't he like the leading candidate right now?
Him and Jokic.
That's crazy.
I don't know. They can give Jokic back to back. Where they at? Where's Denver at in the standings?
That's a great question.
I don't know, but from the NBA something I follow.
That.
Yeah, they still have them.
I'm on the computer.
Well, while y'all pulling that up, let me say right now, James Harden ain't winning shit. And I didn't want him to win one with Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant my favorite player. I hate gimmick basketball players. I just do. When you don't have a full game, it disappoints me, man. And I want you to not win.
He could have a full game, man.
Oh, sixth? Denver
Yeah.
6. That's kind of low. That's kind of low.
It is low, but
Well,
look
Philly's the 5th, so I guess we
look
round
what he's
around we go.
doing. There's no Jamal Murray. He's playing in a tough conference as always, and he's leading his team in every statistical category, like literally.
Damn.
So you
Damn,
have
that's
to
impressive.
put him up to that big slow son of a gun can play the
Yeah.
game of basketball.
And he plays smart.
Yeah.
Like, see, so I don't get hung up on numbers like that because numbers can tell a falsehood. Russell Westbrook. So I'm not just a numbers guy, but if your numbers are good and it translates to good, fluid basketball, there you go. That's the storyline. So I think that 6 in the West seed may hurt him.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt him a lot, actually. So I wonder how that's gonna shake out. I mean, we still got a lot of basketball to go, obviously, but again, just like with Harden, you can hang that shit up. I said it long ago. As long as you play that gimmick style of basketball, you ain't winning shit. I said him and Westbrook, and then when they got together 2 years ago, I was like, LOL.
I agree
No
with
way.
you. But I got a catch. I think he's not going to be the leader or the closer of that team. You understand? They're going to be dumping that ball down to Embiid. You understand? So I'm just saying he ain't going to be doing all of that stuff. And don't sleep on Tobias Harris now, because he moves into a different role now. Harris I think they was trying to push him like a number 2 or something.
Yeah.
He gonna be much better now. With a guy like Harden. Harden is like a point guard too now. Now he running the point. So he gonna have a different responsibility. I agree with you. He's not that guy. But Embiid is. I believe in Embiid. He just got to close. He be getting injured and stuff like that. What's gonna be the state of his health? When the playoffs start. That's gonna be the question. Fair. If he's 100%, shit. I don't. Those all bets is off. I don't know what's gonna happen. He gonna run. I don't know.
That's facts. And quiet as kept. Ben Simmons. I mean, everybody shit on Ben Simmons for his meltdown, quote unquote. But Joel Embiid had some questionable moments too.
Yes.
So
let's see what happens now with Ben Simmons. Let's see.
Well, it just shows the locker room didn't like Ben Simmons. They like Joel Embiid. And the personality types. One dude don't talk. He probably come off as a little snobbish. And Joel Embiid is a happy-go-lucky, funny guy with the funny voice and shit. So, man, Will know just like me. In them locker rooms, man, personalities matter, dog.
It matters, man. It matters. My thing is again, Embiid is your biggest player and your next biggest player. I want to say might be what's the big dude, sloppy dude that gets it done for some reason. I can't think of his name. Niang or something. What's his name?
On what team?
On the Sixers.
What, Tabo or some shit?
No, that's
Goran Dian. I forgot his name.
Goran Dian. That's the next biggest guy.
Something like that.
Who
I know
are
you're
you?
talking about. He was on Minnesota.
No, Niang, I think his name is Niang.
Niang. Sloppy, but he gets it done somehow, somewhere. But who are you going to have guard the Bucks? I mean, in that situation,
I was thinking about the Bucks.
Matisse Thybulle is your best defender, and he should make all defense NBA. Him and Miles Bridges, which I said Miles Bridges gonna get on all defensive team. But that's your best defender. You got it. At some point, you got to guard Chris Middleton. At some point, you got to guard Greek Freak. At some point, you got to guard Bobby Portis. And Embiid, all those guys are put in there. Then you throw in a Drew Holiday who can get hot, and he's an extra defender. So Harden is going to have a hard time with Holiday. He can just defend. I don't know what it is. He's 6'3", don't look strong, but he's strong as hell. He's going to have a hard time with Drew Holiday.
Mm-hmm. He's a smart player too. He's smart.
Unless Embiid is basically like 2001 Shaq, but which we ain't gonna ever see again.
Yeah.
Unless Embiid is having that type of series, they're not beating the Bucks.
Too many weapons, man, and they discipline. They know who they are, like you let in with. Nothing more dangerous than a team that knows who they are. So you're not out there guessing. It's not equal opportunity. It's like, let me see if I'm hot tonight. Nah, it's a pecking order. No, sir. You know how we go. This team run through Giannis, and you got your ancillary parts, like you said with Drew Holiday. like you said, with Chris Middleton, and now you got your stretch out there with what's the doodle. Now I will say some people retort because they got Paul Millsap as a big. To me, I don't love little bigs as far as going against a real big, as in he's on Philly's team. So every another body you can throw out there to give Embiid some relief. You know, his body it tends to break down, man. I don't know what's up with that 7-foot frame of his, but he's been like this since college. But okay, I repeated my own point. I was thinking that he was on the other team. Yeah, I mean, so I guess there's no big advantage. I mean, how long is Lopez out?
I don't know.
Yeah, so, but I mean, obviously that's why they brought Ibaka in. But then you got Portis, who's plays, man. He gives you some. I won't go as far as say Dennis Rodman, but you get those tough minutes from him that you need to win, man. In my opinion, so yeah, I can't see them beating the Bucks, but the 76ers do have some bodies to throw at them. I'll say that.
Not enough.
Not enough, though. Not enough. I'm with you.
Not enough.
So Blood Dog says, in my opinion, the 76ers are in trouble. They should have tried everything in their power to keep Seth or at least Drummond. Yeah, I'm sure Sean Marks told him, hell no. You better give me all the shit I want or no deal. And Philly knew they couldn't stand Pat. They did a good job of bluffing all year long. But when it came down to it, it was time. Like what my man say, you got no when to hold them and no when to fold them. Yep. And they did a great job up until the end, but it was time to release that hand because that Ben Simmons situation wasn't going to get better.
No, it
wasn't. The trade deadline. Now, I thought Flight made a great point, too, talking about interconference trading.
Right.
Like, you never see that shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I guess it was two dire situations where you had to just come off the
even
card.
The Laker move, like what they did with the Laker deal with Anthony Davis, Lonzo Ball, or Brandon Ingram. I thought that was crazy. You know, for them to just give Anthony Davis to the Lakers like that.
Yeah.
You know, I like what Popovich did. He sent them out the country. You know, I like that. You know, Popovich is old school. See, that's how it got to go. You're supposed to send them out west. You know, you don't do nothing like that.
Well, not somebody that could potentially knock you off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
All like with Clippers, when the Lakers, we traded Zubac to them, I'm like, what the hell? We sent that boy to the opposite side of the Staples Center.
He ain't have to do nothing. He ain't have to hire no people.
That boy moved this shit to the opposite side of the Staples Center. You never see stuff like that hardly ever, though. That's crazy.
They're in the same division.
The who?
Are they in the same division?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I know they're in the same conference. I'm talking about the same division.
Who you talking about? Lakers and Clippers?
No, Philly and
they are. Even though the NBA don't even push divisions no more.
Yeah.
You know, they used to. I remember those days.
No.
They used to get T-shirts.
They used to back in the day, though. Yeah, for real.
They don't do that no more.
Facts.
Everything's so much about the chip now.
I remember that. You say Midwest Division champions. I remember them shirts would go out as a Rockets fan back in the Gap. I'm like,
celebrating media.
Yeah,
I remember the Knicks won the Atlantic Division. You know, that wasn't too long ago.
That's good. Let me get that shot. That's the third place ribbon shit, man. That's what softened sports up, in my opinion.
Well, bottom line to all this, man, the NBA championship is wide open.
Yeah, I agree.
It's anybody, man. Like, you know, there's the Bulls, there's the Bucks, there's the Nets. If KD comes back, Phoenix is playing great. And them light and bright dudes out there in the Bay, Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Draymond Green situation. I don't even know if he's back yet.
That's a lot. They got a lot of parts there. Shout out to Ghost real quick. He said, "Wagging my chain." My girl got this for me for Christmas, man. I forgot what she got it from. But, you know, I'm chained. I got a funny video. If you look at my shorts, I try to do a chain swap with Ty Gurley.
I've seen that.
Ty's like, nah, today. That shit was pretty funny, man.
Man, that was crazy.
Say, man, yeah, man. I met a lot of ex-NFL players in sports personalities. I met Michael Buffer. Let's get ready to rumble guy, man. Cool ass dude, man. Cool ass dude. And I'm gonna drop videos on all these interviews. Some of them I got a portion of them. Some of them I got the whole thing. Another one today with what's her name? DeAndrea Oberlohr, that super thick chick who do sports reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Started
yeah,
off,
man. Huh?
Started off as a weather girl.
Yeah, well, traffic girl.
Yeah, traffic.
Yeah, she tough in real life. She tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, she had like a red dress on. Like everywhere she went, everybody just doing one of them numbers. She tough, man. So she finally came around. She gave us about 20 minutes of time. She said, I got 5 minutes. Gave us 20. Talked to Joe Theismann talking about his experiences. I just dropped that video. Eric Dickerson came. ED is cool as a fan, man. Cool as a fan. Marcus Trufant came through talking about playing for the Legion of Boom. He was the older guy on the Legion of Boom. We just talking about how it was playing with Earl Thomas, playing with Richard Sherman, the kind of chip on the shoulder that Richard Sherman had, and how they was, man. It was a dope 3 days doing that stuff, man. I know I'm leaving some people out, but shit, we done seen so many goddamn people in that time. But Michael Buffer sticks out to me a lot. Y'all really gonna like what he has to say about boxing and some of the legendary matchups he saw that he officiated and shit like that. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna drop those.
Yep.
Yeah. So Rap God says there's one to trade short and learn. Well, as long as KD back, I'm with you on short. But long term, absolutely. Yeah, man. So we thinking, I think consensus on the panel. So just to reiterate, Will, who you think won it?
Who I think won? The Nets.
Yeah.
The Nets. It's because you not only did you get Ben Simmons, who's probably 24, 25 years old, you 2 future first round picks out of that. At some point, Philly is going to implode. They're going to be back, trying to get back to the playoffs at some point. Harden has maybe 2 good years left in him, in my opinion. Something drastically changes his diet, his understanding of the game, his understanding of his body. So I think he has maybe 2 good years left. His hamstring still isn't right. He might, as Charles Barkley said, he might be healthy now since he got traded.
All of a sudden, oh man, I don't feel too bad.
So, but you get 2 future round, first round picks out of that, and you get a 26-year-old Ben Simmons who still has the ability to be one of the better players in this generation.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
This is me.
Agreed. And let me get this comment, then Flight. I'm gonna get your opinion on it. So, Coffee to the World pulls up, say, "Who Jargon?" So, my brother, appreciate you. Yeah, hey, boy, Coffee, man. Hey, Coffee, get going, man. He going, man. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, come back, drop that link for Coffee.
Coffee, turn up, boy.
I'm about to shut this live. I just got off.
I appreciate that. Stack in says the Harden trade is a win. Well, yeah. I mean, again, we think both sides won. Me personally, I think the Nets won more. Blunt Dollar says, "I know Triple B still selling gloves. I want to order a few pairs." Yes, absolutely. LeVar ain't leaving no money unturned. He got like racing jackets. He got the gloves. He got the trunks. He got I don't know if he wants this out yet, but another entity that industry he about to tap into. LeVar got it going. Trust him. I seen it at the factory with my own eyes. It's LeVar got it going. So yeah, he got those gloves to answer your question. Salute Coffee, yeah. Salute King C says, "Great hoop Jargon. Salute to you and the panel, man. I appreciate that. Yes, sir." So yeah, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna ask this. So Fly, I know you're a big, Melo guy. What is the situation going down there with James Borrego, and what do the Hornets have to do to get over this hump? What, they lost 8 or 9 in a row? So what's going on over there?
He might step away and start sharing the link. So I think he said he's gonna do that. So
yeah, I see his mic muted now. But I try to peek in on the Hornets every now and then. It just, I don't know what the hell's going on over there. I really, really don't know, man. You got a superstar in the making, and there just seems like there's turmoil, there's disarray, there's all types of stuff going on, and they should not be losing 8 games in a row, 9 games in a row, in my opinion.
Agreed. And LaMelo dropped 30, 35 the other night, 33, something like that. Yeah, man, it's they're going to have to figure that James Borrego LaMelo dynamic out. I know a lot of people are calling, have been calling for James Borrego head for about 2 years now. I know LaMelo's minutes aren't up there, even with like a Tyler. I think Halliburton, his numbers are under his.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to figure that out, man. I think, like you said, a budding superstar in the making. At some point, you're going to have to just unleash that dude. But I don't know what. I know our coaches can be a little sanctimonious. They can be very self-righteous, and they can just kind of be trying to prove a point. Him coming off the top of his tree, I'm not surprised. But at some point, bro, you got a Ferrari, dog. You can't keep letting the Ferrari drive around the cul-de-sac, man. Let that thing fly down the freeway, man.
Like my boy said, and what was it? The other guys, it said, "I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly," or some shit like that.
Well, peacocks don't necessarily lead the ground, but I get what you're saying. Peacock let me fly. That's hilarious.
You gotta let them go. And you, at some point, you have to. Every coach has this moment where you have to put your pride to your side and let your superstars be superstars. I can't remember who says that. I want to say it might be Kenny Smith who says this all the time. Let your superstars be superstars, and that's just what it is. And at the end of the day, if you don't, you're gonna lose your job. So
you're literally gonna lose your job,
or you want to hold on to your pride.
Well, it's a double-edged sword because any coach will tell you, if I'm gonna lose my job, I want to lose it my way. Which is, I understand the sentiment because when you're a head coach, you got a lot of people in your ear. You got a lot of people. Hey, coach, you think about doing this? Hey, coach, you should do that. Hey, coach, you ever think? And that can be annoying. So I understand if coach understands, like, okay, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna do it my way. So I think there's a fair balance between shielding out what you call extraneous information, retaining relevant information, still be open enough to like take in more, even though it may go against your personal ideology. Like you don't go too left or too right. But I think good coaches understand good advice. Here's an example. Steve Kerr, when they beat LeBron them and when they went with that the Hamptons 5 lineup, Luke Walton, assistant, I guess, to Luke Walton, gave him the idea. And Luke Walton told Steve, and then that's when they put in Andre Iguodala at the 4. When they did that, it changed life for them in that series. So just think about if Steve Kerr was too prideful, who knows how that series would have ended. But with that suggestion from a way subordinate level, got him a championship because it just was a matchup that the coach wasn't ready to counter. And I think that's a crazy I guess example of what I'm saying about having the humility to listen to those under you, still stand on the principle, but not sway too much where you're losing your overall balance.
I say this all the time. Any head coach is only as good as his coaching staff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then don't hire them if you're not going to listen to them, because what's the point of having them? If that's the case, just coach by yourself.
Absolutely.
So, it's crazy, man, and it's we're not NBA coaches, so we don't know how this really goes. So, but on the outside looking in, everybody knows that Borrego needs to let this kid just go out there and play basketball.
Agreed. Agreed. I mean,
I like the addition of Montrezl Harrell. He had a great start. I was actually high on him. Some people wasn't. I thought he did everything I thought he could. I think he could show up that defense. He could be an anchor there. Believe it or not. I'm not going to get too carried away. It was the Detroit Pistons, but I do like what I seen. Like he got a big block early. He was active. He going to bring that energy. I think he fits perfect, with the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo, the whole atmosphere.
I do too. I mean, me and DJ talked about this many, many months ago. And the name that kept coming up at the time was Miles Turner. That a versatile big that they can run the floor or can stretch it. So Miles Turner or Mo Bamba was kind of what the wish list was, right? So you got a guy. I mean, Montrezl Harrell has no no stretch in him whatsoever, but he's a guy who's going to relentlessly run the floor. He reminds me a lot of Jordan Hill back in the day. Jordan Hill would get after it, man. All you see is his dreads flying all over the court. And Will used to call him wrecking ball. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think you need guys like that to mix shit up. You need guys to mix it up like that. So I'm very much into and shout out to Snuggles in the building, man. Snuggles in the building from the Black Manosphere in the building. You need guys like that to basically get you those ugly wins. Those wins when everybody kind of, you don't quite see how it's going to happen. And a dude just with the audacity be like, man, no. One more rebound, we got it. I'm a hustle for this ball and we got it. You need dudes like that on your team, man. Because they will dig you out of games you think you ain't got no business winning.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So what are the Hornets going to do with Miles Bridges? I think his contract is up this year. So what do you do?
I'll bring Miles Bridges back. I like him for them.
Yeah, but somebody's going to offer him some money. Hornets going to be willing to pay that bread for him.
I would try to work my way out that Gordon contract. That's for damn sure. Because go ahead.
No, I'm just laughing.
Yeah. Because Bridges got that relationship with LaMelo, and you want the synergy. It's a big part of what you're doing with the building block, and I'm sure LaMelo wouldn't want him to go. So if I were them, I would definitely start some restructuring things going. If Gordon don't want to do it, then I would start exploring some buyout opportunities because you got to get from under that contract if people are going to throw that large money at Miles. Now, I'm sure he wants to stay because any rim runner finisher knows that you know what? He's actually young, so maybe he don't know yet. But if I can give you some OG advice, you're as good as your point guard. Your point guard likes you. He wants to give it to you, bro. Do not go on your own. We saw what Sean Marion tried to do going to Toronto and in the Heat. It wasn't pretty. He got his ass back to Phoenix. Then he started looking like I'm sorry. He went to Dallas. He started looking like the player again because he needs some spoon feed action. So that's my word of advice, man.
Know who you are. Know who you are as a player, man.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's crazy, man. I seen a video of what's my boy name that played for the Warriors, the center.
Wiseman?
No, not Wiseman.
Looney?
Older. Looney.
Yeah.
They showed Kevin Looney's high school highlights, and he was the best player in the world, man. And it's just like, and people were like questioning, man, how do you get to the league and then you can't do this, you do that, man? Because at some point you have to understand you're playing against the best of the best now.
Yeah.
There's an even playing field. So Kevin Looney figured out what he needed to do to sustain a great NBA career as far as his standards as a big man right now. So people really need to start figuring out, man, when you get to the league, man, everybody's good. Everybody's
damn good.
Everybody's good, man. There's 30 teams and there's 15 roster spots. So these dudes are the best of the best in the world. So I want people to start understanding how hard it is to be a superstar or even just a role player to get minutes, man. Gary Payton the second took forever to get to the NBA.
Yeah, like 3 teams. Yeah.
I understand that, man. It's crazy. And I got a question for both of y'all. Biggest surprise, biggest team surprise on the season. And I have my opinion, but I want to get both of you guys' opinion. Biggest team surprise this year.
Either good or bad?
Let's go with good first. No, go with bad first. Well, I know who you probably going to say.
Well, you know what? No, the Lakers are not surprised. I know when we got Russell Westbrook, I knew we'd be sorry. I said this. This is on wax. Like I would say this shit is on wax.
I know.
I was like, I'm gonna take the year off as a fan. I knew. I already knew. But let me take myself out of team scope. I would say the Lakers.
Okay.
I agree with the Lakers too. I mean, they're pretty much a laughing stock. You know, you can't get no worse than this. And everybody should be held accountable, not just Westbrook, LeBron too. Everybody, Davis. None of them are playing up the standard. You know, I was watching, Sabonis, right? When he got traded to Sacramento. I was watching that game that he was playing his first game and this dude was just like pounding them, like I mean, like back to the basket, like old school basketball, just dominant. And I was just thinking if Anthony Davis played like that, he might be the best player in the world. But Anthony Davis, he turned into a point guard, and then once that happened, it's just the whole dynamic of this team has just been thrown off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Davis don't really play like how he used to play in New Orleans no more. It's like he felt comfortable taking the back seat. It's just how he not dominant no more. It's inconsistent too. It's crazy.
Ain't nothing I hate more than soft ass big man. Now I love AD, don't get me wrong. But I hate when all these, and this starts from AAU, when the kid's like 6'4", and he got a little bit of a ball skill. Oh, well, you gotta learn how to play on the floor. You just can't be under the basket. So they've been hearing this shit since they've been kids.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them struggle just being a big man. Just be what God gave you, a big motherfucker underneath the goal. Be that. You can get paid a long time. JaVale McGee.
A lot of money, dog.
Come on. You remember JaVale McGee at one point? He thought he was a put the ball on the floor kind of guy. You remember all them turnovers that Shaq and the fool shit? Because he was fast, he was long, he was athletic. So they thought that translated to you can push the break. And you see with him, he can't control his goddamn right and left feet. He was throwing some bush.
That boy can't walk and chew gum at the same time, man.
But he had the archetype though. So
yeah.
But that just gives, I know it's more of an extreme example, but that gives you an idea of like what these guys think of themselves. Even though I'll give you another example. Tyson Chandler, when he came out of high school, he's supposed to be the next Kevin Garnett. Supposed to put a face up, put it on the floor, back to the basket, counter. When he figured himself out, he was a catch, dunk, catch, dunk, catch, dunk. That's it.
Yep.
Championship.
Yep.
So it just shows you the AAU mentality messes up these guys from like 6'8" to 7 foot who think they got all these skills when not really. Not really. You probably should perfect 2 or 3 things and just stick to those. No, 1 or 2 things. Perfect them 2, make money for 20 years. Not 20, but 15 years. And put yourself in a situation to win a championship.
Look at Tristan Thompson.
He only 6'8".
Yeah, but he figured out it would be a rebounder and defender. He's got a championship out of it. He's got 2 or 3 contracts out of it, and he's set for life, man. So
smashing white girls and stuff, he
living life. Be at that stupid, Kardashian thing, man. We can kind of get off track, but I'm gonna go with my biggest surprise of the season is the Minnesota Timberwolves. In my mind, the Timberwolves are always going to be bad. Like, it's just something about that franchise. They're cursed, especially since KG left. They're just not a very competitive franchise, in my opinion. And right now, I think they're 6 or 7 in the West.
That's good for them because they usually at the second to the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did not see this coming. Did not see this coming at all. Pat Beverly told him that he didn't want to miss. He didn't want to miss the playoffs. So. It's happening, and then of course the Grizzlies, man. That damn kid.
That's gonna be mine. Mine's gonna be the Grizzlies.
That damn John Morant. Oh my God.
John Morant is like our old partner from the hood.
John's a beast.
Yeah, he's the dog.
He's everything people thought Westbrook would be.
I got a couple of surprises.
What you got?
It's so many. I mean, the Hornets is one. I think, in my opinion. But like I said, a lot of teams, like he got a valid case here with the Timberwolves. Like I see people talking about Cleveland. I think you got to combine a lot of those teams. One is like Cleveland, all of those teams were never really viewed with any prestige. These were laughing stocks. People just second guessed them, walked on them, forgot about them, overlooked. Now people got to kind of rethink this. When you see Cleveland coming on the schedule, it ain't no walk in the park. The Hornets roll up in the building. Is a game tonight. It's not a night off. Certain teams roll in the building. The dudes taking nights off. The Knicks. Golden State lost to New York last night. I think Golden State took a night off. When things like that happen. I just feel like all of those teams are the surprises. We got to really start reevaluating how we view these organizations because they are really coming into their own. The Hornets are becoming a well-oiled machine. I love what they did with Montrez. they are maximizing that space. And like I said, there's always an opportunity to get better as well. You know, all these teams got flexibility. You know, they can go in a multitude of directions.
Yeah, I'm with that. I forgot about Cleveland. Cleveland, by far, to me, in my mind, is by far the most surprising team because they've been doing it with a rotation at the point guard position, losing Colin Sexton, losing Ricky Rubio, and they still making it work. You know, you bring in Mobley. I mean, that's a high draft pick, but I mean, if anybody has squandered high draft picks, it's yours truly, not yours truly, but
Yeah.
the topic of the hour. They do that real well, so you can't even go off that shit no more. Yeah, no, that's a solid answer. I don't know how I missed over Cleveland. Yeah, no,
Darius Garland.
What's that? Who?
Year,
Darius Garland. Yeah,
tremendous year, man. I mean, absolutely. And
Right.
I guess it helped when Colin Sexton went out and Rubio went out, and he's picked up, the slack. So and Evan Mobley looks like a franchise changer right now. So I'm with it.
That's a great point. That's a great point. It's another team I was about to accentuate. I dropped it. It'll come back to me. Flight. Who else you mentioned? Who else you mentioned real quick?
What's that?
What's the teams you just mentioned?
Well, I had the Hornets, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah,
I think that's about it.
So the Hornets didn't really surprise me because I knew they on the uptick because LaMelo has put that. He's reinvigorated that spirit into that franchise that they ain't never had since like Muggsy Bogues and Lonzo Mourning days. So I wasn't surprised, and also reminds me of the Bulls. I was on your stream when people were it was like your last little like, hey, you say where Lonzo going and you gotta stick to it. I said the Bulls.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, I said the Bulls. Like the Bulls make sense.
You did. I'm gonna have to pull up the record. I got.
You got to put the receipts up on that one. Because Rave said you got to pick one. I was like, all right, the Bulls. Because it only makes sense. And it's been working out well. So the Bulls don't surprise me, but I can understand if I didn't have that mentality being so connected to the ball, kids, I would say the Bulls are surprising. I would say that if I just wasn't paying attention like that.
What'd you say?
I'm saying if I wasn't so invested in paying attention to the ball, kids.
Yeah.
If I was just basically saying like a casual basketball observer, I would probably say the Bulls would be a surprise that they're doing so well.
Yeah, that does. You could say that.
Yeah,
I thought that it would be good though because the pieces that they put in place, they really made some moves, over the summer.
That's facts. Yeah, so I see a lot of y'all new to the stream, man. If y'all have not done so already, hit that subscribe button, man. We talk basketball over here, and I appreciate Flight coming on over here because this is what we love to do. Yeah. We love to talk about just what's going on. Let's break it down. Let's make some logical points. And my boy, Between the Game Sports, we've been doing this for the upwards of 20 plus years. We've been doing this for a minute, so I really appreciate all y'all coming through, man, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, man. So we talked about who want to trade.
What about what about the Porzingis dynamic with Luka? It seemed like Luka was happy as hell that he was gone. Luka put up 50-something points last night, 20-something, damn near 30 in the first quarter. I mean, that's a statement, Nobody talking about those moves.
What happened with Porzingis?
He went to Washington.
Traded. I missed that one. Oh, damn, who you get traded for?
For Dinwiddie and Bertans.
They're going for scoring. I like Spencer Dinwiddie, man. He gonna be a journeyman his whole career.
Bertans ain't no sleeper. He can shoot.
He can shoot. He
gonna fit with Luka.
I mean, Hope, you know how I feel about Luka, man. I like him, but I don't like him. I just think he doesn't fit well with another superstar. He's very ball dominant. I call him the white James Harden. Porzingis still thought that he was the guy that he was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't that guy anymore, especially coming off that injury. But playing with a guy like Luka, a lot of times there is times where you just have to be catch and shoot with 2 or 3 seconds left on the shot. It's not Porzingis' game. And Dallas leads the league. I don't know. This is probably about a month ago. Dallas leads the league in the most open missed shots.
Damn.
Think about that.
That's not good.
They lead the league in the most open missed shots, and that's from How do they measure an open shot?
Luka.
3 feet and behind or something like that. Closest defender or something like that. So you're getting the shot, but a lot of even when you're a shooter, you have to get the ball when you're ready to shoot, not when you're 4 seconds left or under
Yeah.
on the shot clock. That's just my opinion.
It's called your scoring pocket. Get the ball in your scoring pocket.
Yeah. So when you're playing with a guy like Luka, when you're playing a guy like James Harden, you know they're going to expo, and then if it's not there, they're going to give it to you. So from the casual eyes, like, hey man, you should be able to make that because you're an NBA player. But you're not getting the ball when you're ready to shoot. You're getting the ball because there's nothing else for them to do. And Luka can go out there and give you 50. He's going to give you maybe a first round series win. But the Mavs are not getting past the second round. I call them a second tier NBA franchise. That's just my opinion. And I live in Dallas now. I think they're a second, and they signed Dorian Finney-Smith to another a 4-year something $1 million deal. But he's not going to win you a game. He's not going to win you a series. Spencer Dinwiddie is not going to win you a series. Who else they got? Dwight Powell. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. They're not going to win you a second round series. So
agree.
You know, they signed some guys, but they're going to be a second round exit.
I can't argue that. I know they go Porzingis. Yeah, that was a failed experiment. Because if you remember on the front end, that was supposed to be Dirk 2.0. It was supposed to have been. But yeah, and that Euro experiment that Mark Cuban was trying to implement. Yeah, I guess he put the halt on that. So, I mean, I don't think the Wizards doing shit. The Wizards just a cursed franchise, man. They just don't matter how good they think they are, man. They just ain't nothing shaking out there. it is what it is. That's unfortunate. Damn. So Porzingis, he's hit that spiraling part of people's career that I kind of see, man. Just when you just kind of flooding around, you going off your former reputation. You just happen to be exceptional as far as your stature. I think Porzingis what 6'2"? I mean 7'2". Damn, that's very unfortunate, man. Boy, just fragile, man.
He's done, but he's done.
He's done. Damn. I like him too, man. Damn, that's tough. Hey, but time waits for no man. Hey, man. At one point, you're hot. The next minute, you're not, man. Life don't give a damn if you thought it should have been longer.
All right, there you go, man. It's tough.
Damn. I didn't know he got moved. Damn. So, man, I got a question about the Rockets, man. Y'all think the Rockets got a chance to do something with that young core they got?
Yeah, in a couple of years.
They look good, man. You know me, I hate the Rockets, Will. I hope they lose all the games every year. And I thought this year would be one of the years I could just laugh at just how awful they are. But I got to give them credit, man. They're a scrappy bunch. And they be playing their best basketball without Jalen Green, which I was just like, yo. I don't understand this. But
Jalen ball stopper.
Huh?
Jalen Green is a ball stopper.
Well, we see that more prevalently now. I think he'll learn though. I really like his game a lot.
Yeah, I ain't got no issue with him. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I think with time, man, the Rockets might be all right, man. I hate to say it. Let me say this. What do the Lakers do with their situation? They made no moves.
Nothing.
What do they do with this? Let me turn my head around in shame.
Wait till the summer.
And do what, though? What do you think they do this summer? Like, you got to cut Westbrook and just eat that money, or what would you do?
Man, that's a tough question.
Exactly, dog. You got all these old dudes. Like, what can you do with that shit?
I should maybe buy him out or something. I don't know. Do something.
And that's why if I was the Lakers, go ahead, Flight.
You just do some type of salary dump or something.
Yeah, I would. If I feel you, man, I'd have got rid of Westbrook for anything. I don't care. If somebody could have matched that salary, I don't care what the fuck they was offering. I took it. Because now we stuck with this bad contract for another year. He don't fit in. He can't play late in games as of right now. Bro, it's bad.
Yes. I don't know what they're gonna do. LeBron gotta turn it up though. At some point, he got to take over this team.
He can't. He's
I know he
37.
can. So he just need to come out and say it instead of blaming people, throwing people under the bus.
You know how he
Yeah.
do? He always throwing niggas on the bus.
Yes, he trying to find somebody to blame, and he trying to protect Anthony Davis in the process. You know, everybody he want to put all the blame on Westbrook when it's really him and Anthony Davis underperforming and being playing inconsistent. You know, LeBron, he's a tricky player. Trust me, I've been watching LeBron James. LeBron James is the best player I ever seen. You know, but so I let me tell you something. I love LeBron James as a kid. You know, that was like my favorite player and shit. You know, but so I know his game, his tendencies, and everything. LeBron James throws games. He's a stat patter. You know, so after the game, you're gonna look at the stat sheet. You're gonna say, "Oh, damn, he had a triple double."
Yeah.
I mean, this dude was bullshitting. You know, but the stat sheet won't indicate all of this.
Yeah.
You know, he was taking plays off. You know, he was deferring. He was taking himself completely out the play. You know, there's a lot of things that it's not shown.
That's facts. Fly, you remember? So I'll give you another example. When he won the Finals MVP, that was stat pad at his finest. This last one with the Lakers, that was AD's Finals MVP.
Yeah, the bubble, man, they lucky he even got that. If they didn't stop that season, you know, it was a lot of teams hot. The Clippers was hot. You know, that stoppage hurt everybody momentum.
The Bucks were hot too. And you remember they set that game out because of that social injustice situation. So their mind wasn't right. Yeah. That's facts. But LeBron knew, though. I got LeBron credit. He was laser eye focused when everybody else was getting kind of caught up in the climate of the country. LeBron James knew. Like, because you notice, like, he usually big on the social activism. He wasn't really on that shit that year. He knew it's time to win one. I give him credit. That's a very shrewd dude. LeBron James is a very shrewd dude. So it's funny to hear you as a fan of his say the same things I be saying, but I get called a hater when I say it. But I know what he about. Like that dude will. He's a passive aggressive king. To get you going, he will indirect shot the hell out you because people eventually can figure it out. But he looks like he didn't really say nothing that egregious. So people are like, oh, well, no, LeBron he's just quoting rap lyrics. Come on, bro. It's like when you on Facebook and then you break up with your girl and you start putting lyrics on your status to let her know that you can do bad on yourself. Like, come on, man. Anybody with some sense will read between the lines, dog. Like, come on, dog.
He's just do bad.
Come on. I remember my mama divorced my pops. I remember her in her room jamming Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry over
that happened to me too.
Come on, man. Like we ain't stupid out here.
That happened to me when I was 16.
People do that kind of stuff, man. LeBron James is the king of that shit. If you want to call him a king or something, he's the king of that shit. He's the king of passive aggression. The king of the NBA.
He's very methodical, man, about stuff
very much
that he does. He's very, very methodical, man. Man, Rap Guy said the Clippers would have won, man. The Clippers are a cursed franchise as well.
Cursed.
It's kind of like the Boston Red Sox before they finally got over that hump. It took
like 100 years or some shit like that.
You know, this is what LeBron James get now. You know, he didn't appreciate Lonzo Ball when he had him there. You know, he screwed over that young core. You know, up there. You know, just for a bubble championship. You know, the chickens are coming home to roost. You understand? You know, everybody that has screwed over Lonzo Ball. Backstabbed him, double-crossed him.
How you go?
It's all going to come back.
Everything you did.
Come back.
Until you do right by me.
They got CJ. That CJ stuff is going to work. You know? You know, everybody going to get their day.
Yeah, but for LeBron, man, I would say this for LeBron. He was at the point of his career where he couldn't play to develop, man. Like it just it had to be kind of like I need it here, I need it now. And unfortunately or fortunately, they did get the bubble championship. So people don't want to credit it, but in the history books, they have a championship. So I'm not mad at them, you know, because again, man, Hope has talked about this before. You're playing for a championship every year, and there are only a certain amount of franchises who actually play for a championship every year.
Hold on. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm gonna come right back, Hoop Jargon. I'm coming. I got
All
a
right, that's
phone
cool,
call.
bro. Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Man, your business. There's only a certain amount of franchises who have won a NBA championship. I don't really think people really understand that. The Lakers have 17, I think, right? Or 16.
I think it's
Boston has
17 now.
17. Boston has 17 as well, I believe. And then you go, the Bulls have 6.
6,
You got San Antonio with 5.
5,
The Rockets have 2. Golden State has 3, maybe somewhere in there. Who else? The Knicks have 2.
Bucks got 2. Knicks got 2. Bucks got 2. Toronto got 1.
Toronto got 1.
Miami got 3.
3. So that's over probably 50 championships right there. And the NBA has been going on for 75 years. Correct. So there are not many teams who have a NBA title. So your goal, especially when you get to like the status of LeBron James, your goal is to win a championship every year. You're not trying to build for the future because your window is closing. So I see why Lakers fans are upset about, losing that young core, but you did get a championship out of it. So, but it's going to destroy your franchise after the fact. But again, you got 17 championships, so I guess it's the rich trying to get richer type of thing.
I'm about to say,
man,
it's first world problems.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if Lonzo is going to be there. We don't know Brandon Ingram is going to become the player that he is if he stayed in LA, because there's a sort of like playing for the Yankees. There's a different type of pressure playing for those type of franchises. You are not the mediocrity stuff is not allowed in LA. It's not allowed in New York baseball. So we don't know if Brandon Ingram becomes that guy because that pressure is different. It's a totally different type of pressure in New Orleans compared to Los Angeles.
Agreed.
So people don't understand that dynamic, man. I'll be trying to get them to, like, man, pressure is there, man. It's always there. So, we shall see, man. I really don't know.
We shall see.
You don't know who? I'm leaning towards the Bucks. I really am leaning towards the Bucks. Now, if Golden State gets there and then Klay Thompson gets back to who he is, then we gonna have a different. Because God, dog, man, I'm not a big Steph fan because of my AAU roots. Because I got kids now who want to shoot these threes and don't understand. Steph Curry didn't start off shooting like that.
Yeah.
He didn't, but they can't understand that concept. Like, well, if Steph can do it, I can do it. No, the hell you can't.
Yeah,
switch like media man. What's up?
it does bastardize the game. I'm with you on that. Now, I will say I was against mortgaging the youth of my team, of my Lakers, because of the Warriors. Now, we won that bubble championship, and that's when Klay went down. So when Klay went down, it changed the dynamic. So I understand that the juice was worth the squeeze in that facet. Now, one thing you can't predict is injuries. So that was my whole line of thinking, because us just becoming the LA Cavaliers, we still gonna lose to the Warriors, in my opinion. So I didn't want that, but then Klay went down. Obviously, the dynamic of that team changed. We was able to win a championship, and then the bubble. It feels a little cheap, but whatever. It's a championship.
It is what it is, man.
It is what it
is. That's the case. We got to go with San Antonio's first championship. Is cheap because it was a lockout.
Because it's abbreviated season, the lockout, which nobody ever says anything about. They beat the Knicks.
They never say anything about it. So we got to incorporate all that stuff. And for me, I can go with the Golden State Warriors' first championship. Doesn't count because they did not play a starting point guard in any of the series that they that season. They did not play not one starting point guard. So if we're gonna dissect it, let's dissect it to the full extent.
That's fair.
Of everything. So but they came back and got another one. So championships are won off of hard work, but it's also won off a lot of luck, man.
Luck,
a lot of luck.
Toronto can tell you that right off.
Klay Thompson goes down. So, but when they go back through the what is it, Elias all that other crap that they measure stuff with in history, it says Toronto Raptors 1920 championship. They don't look at they didn't get a chance to play such and such because they got hurt.
Yeah. Well, and I said this too for like the LaMelo, LaMelo holics out there, which I'm a huge LaMelo fan. You know that. They was mad that he didn't get a all-star bid just off rip. I'm just like, well, let me tell you how this goes. Nobody goes, oh, well, he's an all-star reserve 2 out of the 10 all-star appearances. It says 2021 or 2022 all-star appearance. That's all it says. No other discussion goes past that point. So I'm like, hey, he in. And I was saying this before he got in. I was like, okay, let's look at who not going to participate. It's always at least 1 or 2 guys that's going to not participate. So you got to kind of brace yourself. And then KD was the caveat in that situation. I'm like, yeah, I told you, he'll be all-star. He deserved it. He's supposed to get it. He got what he deserved, and we just move forward. Yeah. Some people was really getting butthurt about it. I'm like, dog, this NBA shit is a business, dog. This NBA shit is a business. It's an entertainment-based league. And for all of the youngest listening to this stream, the sooner you understand that, the better. This is an entertainment-based league. Now, there's a lot of purity that we will, I
said bottom line.
Yeah. There's a lot of purity we will want out of this because obviously we love the game. We love to watch it. Me and you play there at a high level. But when you step back and really look at it, it's an entertainment-based game, man. And I'll give you the perfect example, man. When my Lakers beat the Kings in 2002, bro, the books was cooked, dog. If you go back and just honestly just look at that series and just be unbiased, the books was cooked, dog. Yeah, the books are cooked, man. They didn't want the Kings going to the championship.
They should have won that.
They should have won that shit, man. There was some bullshit calls going on, man. It is what it is.
At the end of the day, the Kings still had an opportunity to win the game. You got to put the ball in the bucket. You got to force a turnover. You got to do something, even though everything is going against you, man. Your competitive nature. You got to do something, man. But it's history, man. And so that Kobe Shaq era was needed for the NBA, man. So
you goddamn right.
It was needed.
They need their Jordan fix, their post-Jordan fix, and Kobe and Shaq was your post-Jordan fix. And David Stern, like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Even with the same damn coach. Come on, man. You gotta start reading between lines on some of this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Dog say, would you compare LeBron? See, LeBron made it. No,
we too old to go with the LeBron stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't believe that one.
Just call dudes by their names, man. If you don't like the guy, that's fine. But I'm past.
I don't know. I like picking on Westbrook. I don't like calling him Westbrook.
Westbrook is terrible. I'm not gonna call him Westbrook, or whatever the hell that people call him.
I'll do it for you.
Like, he's earned the right to be who he is, man. And people going off, man. Somebody said, Blunt Dog said, you mean the most deadliest shooter in the game with a still a dribble. Man, Curry's a bad boy. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, because of my coaching background, I have a hard time with it because, man, I got kids who want to shoot 35-foot jumpers, man. They can't shoot dope up their arms. Like, it's tough. It's tough to kind of separate that dynamic for being a coach and being a fan for me personally, because I don't watch games for entertainment anymore. I'm literally dissecting everything that's happening in the game. So I'm more of a coach.
I agree with that. It's very hard. You know what? I watch movies like that too. I watch movies. It's very hard for me to enjoy movies. I like to look at author's intent when I watch movies. So like, what does this scene mean? And I done went down this rabbit hole to learn like esoteric stuff that goes on in movies, basically meaning just like spiritual, old ritual stuff. When I watch them in a movie, it's really hard for me to enjoy a movie because I'm looking at all the things that they're intentionally putting in a movie. So to juxtapose it with what we're talking about with watching games, I'm really looking at like, all right, how hard he cutting off that? Is he boxing out? Is he taking, bad shots? Like, it's hard for me just like, oh man, good shot. Oh man, he scored. Like when we was a kid, it was pure. Like, it's just like, see who win at the end of the game, who get the most points. But now you watch like, why the hell they run the same play 3 times in a row? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it's so bad that I literally be sitting here watching the game with my people and stuff, and a play will happen, and it'll be going on, then a TV timeout will happen. And like, man, did y'all see what happened about 2-3 minutes ago? And they like, man, what you talking about? I like, dude, y'all didn't see that down screen pin down into a flare cut, this and that. I'm like, man, what you talking about? Like, bro, what game are y'all watching, man? They be like, what game you watching? I'm watching. I'm watching the game, but I'm watching it from a totally different perspective, man. It's just, it's so hard for me to turn off, man. It's so hard. And somebody said the Troublemaker Network says the Ja Melo post LeBron Curry fix. This is now the Greek Freaks era. We're not going to skip over this guy. We're not going to skip over this guy. This is now the Greek Freaks era. Everybody else is just kind of playing in it, like, you know. And KD is still the best player in the world, right now.
I love this comment right here.
Go ahead.
Swiss Life Media says only in today's NBA can the point guard switch on the center. They do not throw him. Oh my God! Tabernacle Church.
I don't even think I got my sound effects going, man.
Oh man, that's the comment of the day. I'm like, what the hell? You know, I'll be playing 2K, man. Sometimes that shit be happening. You know, I run with a big. I'm like, nigga, do you not see this little dude on me, dog? Oh man, you about to take me to a dark place, man. You about to take me to a dark place. That's a great comment. That's a great comment. Oh man, this is the shit I peep. Trey Young switch on Dwight Hill. Oh man.
Simple, man. Give me an easy bucket, man. No, the NBA really doesn't believe in easy buckets anymore.
Hell
man.
no.
Like, prime example, was it last year or it might have been the bubble year when Denver had a 4-on-1 to win the game? Or no, they had a 4-on-1 to take
I already know where you going with this.
And all 3 guys ran to the 3-point line. I'm like, what in the holy hell is going on? Like,
not one dive to the basket. Not one.
Not one, dog. Not one hard cut. Hey, hit me. This and that. And then what's the guy, the Quickly kid this year for New York, man? He dribbles, get all the way to the free throw line and dribbles back out for a highly contested 3-pointer. Smothered, as they say in the 2K
smothered
realm.
99% smothered in the 2K world. Oh shit!
I'm just like, bro, this is where we going, dog. Easy baskets, man. And this is why when people be trying to tell me about the Warriors, all they do is shoot threes, isn't it? I'm like, dude, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't see how many easy baskets these dudes get. They get easy baskets, man. Like off a pin down, curl, a back cut, a back screen, stuff is
triple
popping out,
slipping. Like, the high ball.
All this stuff happens, and people are what everybody knows is them shooting 25, 30 plus threes a game. But y'all not peeping the other stuff that they're doing within the flow of the context of the offense. It happens, man. It happens. So
you ain't peeping them 8 easy buckets that Kevon Looney got, who ain't got a post move to save his life. If he had a gun point to his head, like do 2 post moves. You know what I'm saying? His life in jeopardy. But scoring easy 8 buckets, just showing up top and then slipping back door, getting an easy 2. That stuff don't get discussed. So much so because you look at the box score after. It was a point when somebody was saying that Kevon Looney, they would take him over Clint Capella. This was after 2019 when the Rockets got eliminated by the Warriors. It's like, man, Clint Capella playing like a little bitch. Man, I'll take Kevon Looney. I'm like, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. One team plays a better brand of basketball, so it makes him look like he's playing better. Nobody, Ray Charles wouldn't take no goddamn Kevon Looney over Clint Capella. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny how some people see the game because they don't. I mean, I put it this way. I know about football, but there's some things I just don't know because I didn't play it like that.
Yeah.
So I understand the sentiment. So it will behoove you to learn these kind of things because you got to learn these things so you know what you're looking at, so you don't look like an idiot when you start, arguing these things with other people. Or you can just be an idiot. That's up to you. But just try to take some time to learn this stuff because it helps you, man. So then when you're in a conversation, just in my line of work, all I was talking to was football people today. So I know when to shut up and I know when to talk.
Mm-hmm.
When Joe Theismann and the fellas were talking about some shit, I was just like,
let me
because they older than me. They remember some plays from Joe Theismann's Super Bowl performance. I don't remember that shit, so I shut up. I don't go and just start trying to just be involved in the conversation because I ain't said nothing in a minute. You know, you gotta know when, like, Eric Dickerson, they were talking about shit when he was at SMU and for the Rams and shit. That was before my era. I don't remember that shit like that. So I know to shut up. I'm not gonna try to jump into conversations just to be in the conversation. So, but when we talking to Marcus Trufant, he played with the Legion of Boom. I remember that. So I can chime in on that. So it behooves you to learn and understand what your understanding is, and it makes you be able to participate in conversation when I look like a jackass. Let me put it that way.
But you know, some people just can't help themselves, man. They have to be
injected into the shit.
Like, man. So, but again, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, man. So sometimes it's just better to sit back and listen and understand what's happening around you. And I'm looking at this comment. Theo, former Sonics fan, says Clint Capella bit. I'm not too big on the All-Star label because the All-Star game is for fans, man. Like,
yeah, damn sure is.
So that you're automatically out 5 picks. Like you're automatically out 5 picks. And then how many they put on the team? 7 more? Is it 12 on the team? And so the way the flow of the game is now, Clint Capella's, they're not all-star type guys. And dudes like Rudy Gobert get in because he's on a team that's going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
He's an international guy.
Well, Capella is too, but Gobert's better than him, though.
Yeah, and he's a better player. So
that's what I'm saying. He's a better player.
In your sense of the word all-star, Theo, Clint Capella is an all-star. So, you know, and there's plenty of other guys who should be all-stars, but it's just the way of the world. Again, you're out 5 picks already, man, off the rip. So there's not much left to get in where you can, man. Man, shout out to the little bitty guy, man, Fred VanVleet. That little son of a gun could play the game, man.
Yeah.
He be hooping, man. You know, so he really does, man. But you know, we need to kind of get back to the basis of this stream, man. Like, who won the trade? You said Nets. I say Nets. There's some people in here who hasn't commented yet, man. But I really think the Nets won again, especially getting those first round picks out of that, and you get a 25, 26-year-old Ben Simmons. You get rid of a guy who doesn't want to be there. And for those who have never played sports, it's nothing like having a cancer in your locker room.
Yep.
When you have a cancer in your locker room, everything is just bad. From the time you park your car, from the time you walk past a security guard, you're just like, damn, man, I don't want to be here today. I don't
know some bullshit about to happen. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know.
Then to compound the stuff, you're on a 8-game losing streak.
Yeah. You know all about that. I played at college. Shit, we won 2 games in the whole fucking year. No, 2 games in conference.
Conference, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know how that feel. Boy, that cloud. Our point guard was our cancer, and he was getting all the credit at first, and then he was a little old shrimp, and we was like, coach would never say nothing to him. This dude would miss practice, and coach would praise him for missing practice because he had a newborn kid. Like, he more of a man than y'all because I'm like, coach, he no call, no show to practice. Like, you praising him for that?
Why is he still on the team, dude? Why is he still on the team?
Why you not suspended? Why he ain't? So yeah, I know that all too well. So yeah, it stinks, and it's hard to dig yourself out of it mentally when you get to that point. So sometimes it's just best addition by subtraction. And that's why I think the Nets did a really good job of, well, even, I mean, you can say the 76ers, but even though they've been playing without him, you know what I'm saying? So
he was a cancer, though. Yeah. He was a cancer, yeah.
He's cancer. He's the low doing that light-skinned dude shit. You know, my apologies to light-skinned guys out there, but sometimes y'all do this Drake shit. Ben Simmons on this Drake shit.
He really was upset because people were telling him to work on his game. And there may be some other stuff to it, but on the outside looking in, people were telling him to work on his jumper, work on his game, and he had a hissy fit.
I'm gonna bring that back. Hissy fit. Hissy fit. And not just for like a couple of days or weeks. This is the whole season almost.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
You saw him, he's going through the motions like early in the year in practice.
Yeah, had his phone in his pocket. Hey, Doc Rivers
That
should
shit
have
was
told
funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Doc Rivers should have hit him with like our high school coach told Byron, man.
And then take a vacation.
Take a vacation. Take a vacation.
No, coach, no. Nah, man, take a vacation, man.
No, that's one of the that's top. That's got to be top 5 moments ever.
You never want your coach. I want you to answer this question real quick. I'm going to the restroom real quick. Go take care of that.
King C says, "Does anyone know the criteria for being an all-star?" One time ago, they were saying that it was about a player and team success, man. And that's kind of like the MVP thing, I guess you can say. MVP is supposed to be the most valuable player on a team, correct? But the award has been so watered down that it's basically given to the best player on the best team. But again, there's only 12 spots. You have the fan voting who's going to get the starting 5. And then you're going to have the guys who are in on reputation, like a James Harden. James Harden might be having an all-star year, but there are some guys who probably could have been in there for the first time. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting new blood in there. Ooh, excuse me, I'm burping. And then you have guys who having an incredible year. So that's three things right there is going to stop some dudes from getting in and being an all-star. So like somebody said, Clint Capella, man, but where are you going to go with that? You got Greek Freak, Kevin Durant. Who am I missing? There's another forward in there somewhere. And again, that's another factor. The center, the 2 forwards, shooting guard and point guard thing, I think that still plays a role in kind of how certain things are done. But, man, that's a great question. I really don't know, man. I don't know the criteria. I would love to know what they're thinking when it comes to all-star voting or picks. I think coaches do that, or GMs might be doing that. Who knows? But, again, 12 spots, 24 total. Everybody can't make it. Everybody can't make it, man. And it's tough and it sucks, man. I think Anthony Edwards could have been in consideration for all. I think the fan voting crap is BS because Klay Thompson still gets votes, and he hadn't played until January almost. I think who they used to Alex Caruso used to get all-star votes when he played for the Lakers. Like, that's taking votes away from somebody else. Boban, the big guy that played for Dallas, he used to get votes. Like, it's just it's a stupid process, man. I don't know what they can do to change that. Hopefully something changes, but I don't know, man. I really, really don't know. Rob God
You
said,
answer about all-star criteria?
Yeah. And I was saying what I was saying, that there's only 12 spots, 24 total. You have the 5 fan votes. You have guys who are voted in by coaches or GMs off of reputation, like a James Harden. Lillard, I don't think Lillard had a great year. I don't know if he made an all-star or not. But he's been in there off of reputation. But it's time to get some new blood in there. It's time, because the LeBron era is coming to an end. The KD era is coming to an end in a couple years. So it's time to start. If the NBA is smart, it's time to start pushing these younger guys into there, and that's why you need a guy like a LaMelo Ball in there. He's the young generation. So
even Wiggins getting the first time, I think that's good for. Yeah. Now he got in over a K-pop singer tweeting his shit and everybody voted. Yeah, but he's having a good year.
He is, but and you still, the NBA still wants that Canadian factor in there. So
it's entertainment-based league. Y'all said in y'all sleep tonight. Entertainment-based league. Entertainment-based league. So every time y'all get frustrated, y'all like, oh man, I don't know how this is going on. Just remember, money drives this machine, not your feelings. Money drives this machine, not your feelings. And that's just once you accept that, the better you are. Trust me. I done damn near want to throw something at the TV many times. And I just got to sit back and say, like, my feelings don't matter with this equation. It's the goddamn dollar bill, y'all. It's the goddamn dollar bill.
Dollar bill, man. God, dog.
Speaking of dollar bill, let me bring my boy to this thing real quick. Where is it? Yeah, man. Dollar bill.
Y'all hit that cash up, man.
Yeah. Y'all hit the super chat if y'all liking the show, man. I see y'all hanging around. Y'all hit the cash app. Y'all can do that if y'all want to.
Late night, man.
But no, I want to give y'all a show, man.
Yeah, King C said, man. He said, man, bigs are in the game just to sweat.
Just a sweat. Yeah, that was a good comment, too. That shit was funny. Oh, shit. That's funny. Nah, but yeah, I want to give y'all a good show, man, because I've been, last 3 days, I've been at the LA Coliseum covering the Super Bowl. And I just hadn't been in the mood to do nothing. Me and Will were supposed to do a show yesterday. I ain't have it in me.
Yeah,
I worked a 10-hour day. And it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's work, but it's fun. And you do a lot of just waiting. And then when somebody comes, you got to be ready to get the production value up. So I'll be dropping videos on the say again. We didn't interview so many people. I forgot who the fuck everybody was. But it's good content, man. It's really good content. Like I said, Michael Buffer, the guy, if y'all remember the "Let's Get Ready to Rumble," like that dude is like a made man. Yeah, and you'll kind of see when he talks, huh?
I said, yeah, off of his voice,
and he's starting this new combat concept called the triad, where it's like it's a triangle instead of a box. So like the combatitors are closer together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a lot. It won't be no running going on, basically. And in true Michael Buffer fashion, he had his nice little old Asian persuasion with him with the belt for that shit. And I was like, all right, man, all right, Mike, because Michael's an older guy now.
Yeah,
like, you still know what you're doing out here.
He moved different.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, if I ain't with my lady, if I get old like that, they give me a nice little young little persuasion on me. I ain't mad at it. But yeah, so so it's gonna be good content coming from that. His brother comes into the picture and stuff. It's dope, man. It's really dope. So I hope y'all enjoy the stuff I put out. Because I want y'all again to get something from this stuff. We had these talks. I want y'all to get something from it, not just cussing, yelling, just saying shit, just be saying shit. I want y'all to really get perspective. And again, if y'all don't agree in the comments, we'll address them. Like, not a big deal.
Yeah.
No butthurt that's coming from this way, man. For real. Here you go. The boy chose violence. Holiday brothers over the ball.
Holiday brothers over the ball, brother.
Here y'all go.
And until otherwise, Zoe wasn't hurt.
Hurt the cool brothers versus ball brothers and skills challenge would have been huge. I think that'd have been interesting. That'd have
been fun, man. That'd have been really, really.
That's a fun concept right there. I like that. Yeah. I like that. Challenge of the brothers, all three groups of brothers. Yeah, that'd been dope. Yeah, you beat me to the punch. Yeah, I like that. See, people think outside the box. I might have to shoot this to Malik Rose, tell them like brothers competition. Bring Jello up on a little 10-day contract and let him go against Giannis, nice, and Alex. Huh?
I said that'd have been nice.
That'd have been nice. Real nice. And people would buy into it. They have all three dads like just kind of sitting to each other, just talking shit, watching it. The bar gonna win shit talking contest, but
talking 1-on-1 in the paint.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Let LeVar get big one time. Oh my God, that'd have been must see TV, man. The NBA missed out on some money on that one, man.
They sure did. That would have been a hell of a concept. You got all three brothers.
Get big one time,
let the fathers athletic. Oh shit! Yeah, I like that.
Nico, that's
survive throat cancer. Yeah, shout out to Michael Buffer. Yeah, man, he's a really good dude behind the scenes. Like, he was kind of dude. His handlers were trying to get him to come up and like leave the interview because we weren't the biggest publication out there, but he wanted to stay around and talk. And then after he finished talking, he still want to talk some more and shit. Like, he was just telling like intimate stories. Like, Michael Buffer, a real dude. He a connected dude. That's a real ass dude. I gotta give him all the credit. Michael Buffer is that dude. Oh, we had a quarterback. He was a quarterback the last time the Lions won a playoff game in '91. I can't think of this dude's name.
Oh man, what's the dude name?
He replaced
left-handed guy, right?
I think so. He replaced Rodney Peete.
What's his
Kidner.
name?
Kidner.
It wasn't not you say John Kidner. It wasn't John Kidner.
No, it wasn't.
What's that dude name?
Just
I want to
talking
say
to
it's a
dude today.
left-handed dude. Something Mitchell, right?
Nah. Y'all look up the backup quarterback for the Detroit Lions 1991. I can't. I'm on my phone. And shout out DJ in the building. Says salute.
What up,
Appreciate
DJ?
you, bro. Jello put himself in position to score too easy. You can get 30 on accident. Jello would definitely serve his purpose. 30 a game is rough, man. It's like 5 people in the NBA who average 30 a game. That's rough.
I was just about to say that. Though.
That's real rough.
You know how hard it is to score 30? Now, you know how hard this is why 20-point scores are celebrated. Though. It's very, very hard to go out night in, night out, back to back, and average 20 points a game. Like Deontay Murray that plays for the Spurs, he's averaging like 19.2 or something. Trust me, he wants to get the 20 points a game because there might be a little incentive in there for his. I with you with the support for Jello, but
look up 92, y'all. It's not him. It's not Mitchell. Y'all said the name. I don't know who it is. Yeah. Look up 92 or 90. It was the last playoff win that Detroit got. Now, it wasn't Andre Ware. He talked about Andre Ware. He said Andre Ware sucked. He said Andre Ware couldn't play football. All he knew was that run and shoot scheme. And when you put him in a real scheme, he couldn't even. He was like, when you play catch with him, you catching like this or you catching like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Come on, man. Somebody look it up for me. I'm not going to the next point until I get this down. I just seen the dude today, man, and it's killing me. I cannot remember this dude. Because he went on to play for the Bears after that, I want to say. Because you spend the whole day talking to people. Let me go get my damn iPad. Hold on.
Hold on, I can look it up. What did you say? 90. I ain't got my laptop out now, so. Man, I'm reading it, man. Look, guys, I love your confidence. And so hold on, we might be going two different names. Somebody's saying Jello, somebody is saying Melo. I don't know if we're on the same page here. Nico Savage says Jello is really like that. He don't need the ball. He gets shots up and he run the floor. That's how LeBron get 30.
Just pissed me off.
But LeBron has the ball in his hands.
It's not Jeff George, but you get in the right direction.
LeBron has the ball in his hands almost 98% of the time, Nico, man. Jello game is not built like that. Now, if the offense might be ran through him, it's a different story, but Jello gets to the NBA, which he should at some point. The offense is not going to be ran from him. Like it is what it is.
Eric Kramer.
Wow, what a name.
Eric Kramer. Yeah, because Andre Ware was the third. Yeah, he was like, Andre Ware was garbage. Eric Kramer. Yeah. Eric Kramer is, boy, he one of the realest you'll talk to ever in your life. Eric Kramer don't pull no punches, boy. He with the shits. Eric Kramer was with the shits. Eric Kramer. Man, that's funny. You know who looks hilarious? Jake Plummer. You remember how your boy looked on the movie Castaway?
Tom Hanks.
With Tom Cruise?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Eric. I'm sorry, Jake the Snake Plummer looked like. Now that dude looked like got the white Jesus thing going with the beard. You would never know that dude was an NFL quarterback, man. That dude looked like a hippie, bro. Straight up hippie, homeless, Colorado guy, like
retired and living the life, man. Wow,
bro. These. It's funny to look at former NFL players. I've been doing the last 3 days, man. It's just like, damn. I tell you one thing, Ed Too Tall Jones is one of the biggest motherfuckers I've seen in my life. This dude's shoulders go like this.
Huge.
Dog, I'm 6'7", That dude had me like a little baby, dog. Had me looking like a little baby. Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah, Ed Too Tall Jones. Herschel Walker, small as hell. Barry Sanders, small as hell.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin is skinny as hell now.
It's funny because like you don't. It's just like, man, I seen this video today, matter of fact, and it was about this dude showing animals that are bigger than what you think. Because you see him on TV and be like, man, like a wolf. He showed one of a wolf.
Yeah, wolf's big as shit. Yeah.
Like huge. And so when you see, like you see these guys on TV, like, man, damn, dude, big or whatever, but you get to see a lot of these guys in real life, and it's just like, no, you're not really much. I mean, you tall as hell, but I've met a bunch of dudes, and I'm like, dude, like, if I'd have played this position, I probably could have did something like that. But yeah,
make you wonder. It make you wonder. I tell you who a good size dude. You know who little Russell Wilson. Now he's built. That's a little old dude, man. Russell Wilson.
He ain't no bigger than Sierra.
Huh?
He ain't no bigger than Sierra.
Yeah, that's a little dude, man. Russell Wilson, a little dude. CeeDee Lamb is skinny, but he a decent sized cat. I'm trying to think who else I saw up there. Michael Parsons is big, just like he look how he look on TV.
He ain't got no damn neck.
Yeah, that boy just coming through this thing like that.
I already know.
Yeah, he was right. Oh, LeGarrette Blount. That's a big old dude. He's like a damn linebacker, bro.
Playing running back.
LeGarrette Blount's Pac-Man Jones is a little old dude too. Pac-Man is a little dude. It's funny. These dudes are large in life, but in stature-wise, they look like a regular person.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. All right, we approaching the 2-hour mark. I thought I was gonna go 30 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, man. Thank y'all for tuning in like y'all been doing. Y'all keep these running, man, because we be thinking we gonna be on and off.
Yeah.
And, when y'all leave us on red, we hop off. But y'all did y'all thing, man. Like y'all legit did y'all thing on this stream, and we appreciate that. You got anything before we peace out?
No, man, shit. I had to come, get on my laptop. I was sitting outside, around the fire pit enjoying some adult beverages. Then you hit me. I'm like, ain't got nothing to do. So I'm gonna jump on any chance I get, man. It's always fun getting on these things, man. Absolutely. People like Nico and Blunt and Troublemaker Network and all these guys, man. Y'all rocking with us on Friday night, man. Y'all can be doing anything else.
Y'all hanging with us, man. We appreciate that for real. So till next time, y'all, I appreciate y'all patronizing the page. Y'all be on the lookout. I'm dropping some dope videos from Super Bowl Media Weekend. And just expect some dope content coming through, man. I appreciate y'all supporting. If you're not subscribe to my man, Between the Game Sports. Obviously, here, if you have not done so already, hit the like button on your way out. And as always, Kendrick Perkins, take us home.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon.